Can you talk to us about why you're here, David?
Well, apparently I was, as you all know, I believe I can channel God, which is fine apparently with my wife, who's also the Holy Spirit. But we're making a TV show about it, so I'm trying to stay in character. But I guess I stayed in character a bit too much. But I'm not used to improving, so I'm trying to pretend I'm God all the time, so that when we actually shoot, because we have no editing capabilities or no money, we're just shooting in one take. So I'm trying to get my improv level done. But anyways, I was also smoking a copious amounts of dope, and I think I started to believe it, not believe it, but I started to trip off into a little bit of a la-la zone. And you can imagine, when you're channeling God, it's a little bit monumentous at times.
Now, I have heard of actors doing method acting where they get so far into character.
Like Joaquin Phoenix and...
where they no longer know the separation.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I know the separation. And I'm not really doing it all the time. Like I'm mostly, as you know, I'm mostly David.
But this is for our viewers. So it's not for me.
So most of the time I'm not channeling God. I'm playing poker and just doing fun things with Tiffany, like bowling and normal stuff. But if I get into a meditative state and get really deep, I really feel a shift in my consciousness, and I feel like I'm plugged into God. And there's no way to explain it other than I feel like I'm God at the moment. So, or am I improv acting right now? That's the question. But I know I'm a terrible actor, a horrible actor with memorizing lines, but I think I can bullshit good enough to sort of pull this off where it feels right. So the concept is we make this TV show about, all these deities and gods coming down to earth to help humanity, but we're trapped in human confines. And we have to start small, like just doing some volunteer work to help people, and then hopefully we spread the love that way. And basically what we're trying to teach is a human can make a difference. Sure, we could come down here as gods and blow up the place or make everyone happy, but isn't it more challenging and interesting to try to solve this maze we're in with our human brains? Because we can do it.
Talk to me about what is happening here on this earth realm.
Right now, we aren't connected. I mean, some of us are connected to each other, some of us aren't, most of us aren't. And really, this is a collection of consciousness. This is my consciousness separated into, 9 billion human beings on the planet and all the animals and everything else. But as far as just humans are concerned, we all have the spark of the infinity inside them. And the problem is, we were supposed to be flying like the birds, all in unison, and working together as a collective, bringing on the new age. But somewhere along the line, I guess I had been gone too long, because boy, did it stray here. And ultimately, we need to get back into a collective consciousness. We need to embrace the journey isn't a solo journey, it's a journey with everyone else on this planet, the walk of life. Kind of my best analogy is I'm supposed to be the conductor, and you guys are the players in a symphony. And if we isolate one of the players, the tuba player, for example, by himself, it's not a very good song. If we isolate the violin player by himself, not a very good song. On and on and on. But you start building it together, and all of a sudden it becomes ecstasy. Once you have 140 people playing together, it's beautiful. Can you imagine if we have 8 billion people playing together? What music would that sound like? I'm telling you right now, it'll be the most beautiful song you've ever heard. The analogy can be best sort of explained by surveying and viewing a beehive. The bees are all individuals. They go off, they have their families, they have their time alone, they do all this stuff, but they know they have a mission collectively, and it's to rock.
I feel like your overall well-being is close to coming to terms.
Right.
And I'm glad we came here.
So much.
And I think it gave not just myself and your family an opportunity to hear things, but an opportunity for you to voice for yourself as well. And what will be, right? So,
yeah. Cool. I love you.
I love you. Okay. So you talked about the premise of the show that we're making, where God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit come down to earth, and they're essentially like trapped inside human bodies and have to figure out how to connect with humanity and make humanity bigger, better, while living as humans.
Correct.
So I wonder if part of the premise that might make sense would be, so now God doesn't have his powers. He knows shit, but now he's kind of trapped in a monkey brain, right?
He is. He definitely is.
So would God have teachers here, even though ultimately he
Yes.
has all the knowledge?
He absolutely would.
Where
He would have angels, he would have guides, he would have, the flowers, the water, everything's talking to me.
But also, I'm talking about literal teachers that are going to teach him how
Eventually.
to get tapped back in
Yes.
to what he does.
Yes. The teachers right now have been the signposts and the homeless people and the messengers that come up to me on the street and ask for a cigarette and tell me interesting things. The messages have been coming through from music. So I think a lot of the teachers actually are teaching me in a way through their songs, because they're so poetic and so metaphoric that it does something in my brain and loosens something. Even if I don't understand the lyrics at first, maybe on the 100th time something will click. And it's the music that gets me into it, and then I get messages. So yes, there's teachers, but they're teaching through messages like music and poetry and writings.
And beyond that, so you mentioned that you are naturally quite tapped in.
Yes.
But there are other people that may be more tapped in than you
Absolutely.
at this time.
Right now, there's lots of people that are more tapped in than me.
Right. So would those people be valid, true, sort of like a guru type teacher?
100%, I would love it. If Eckhart Tolle or Abraham Hicks want to teach me how to manage this a bit better, I would love something like that. I need help.
And do you think that God's God complex would get in the way of receiving the help?
Absolutely not. God knows that he's here to be a student and a teacher. And the only way to be a good teacher is to be a good student. And frankly, it's way easier because then I don't have to think about what to teach. I just walk around, steal a little bit of knowledge from this guy, steal a little bit of knowledge from this woman, steal a little bit of knowledge from this flower, from this baby, from this petal, from this moon, from the sun, put it all together and pretend it's my idea. And it kind of...
Well, I got to enjoy a little nap with you just now, though I didn't actually nap. I just kind of went into a little state of visions. And these are the visions that I had. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts on them because I don't know if you just open them up for me or how they come. Right. So I know I always know which things are visions and which things are not, but I'm not versed at interpretation yet.
All right.
So the first one was an Indigenous woman, which is very unique for me. The thing that was different about this was this vision was not upwards. This vision was at an angle down like this. And the woman was wearing very traditional, sort of ceremonial looking Indigenous clothing. Mm-hmm. She had very long hair. And then her lips puckered, sort of like exaggerated. And she pulled this thick smoke into her mouth. And then as it got close, it was very, very thick. As it got close to her mouth, it morphed into a flower. I think it was a lotus. And then that was the end of the vision, was the lotus flower had now became her mouth. And then the second one was me back facing, preparing for, I wrote ceremonial here and then ceremony because I don't really, that ceremonial came to my mind first.
Right.
And then there was a girl behind me pulling back my hair.
Wait, can I stop for a second? Mm-hmm. I think that vision you saw with the flower is happening simultaneously. I think it happened at the exact same time you saw it. And I think it's representing that we are very close to fulfilling whatever stage we are at right now. I feel like me and you are more in love than we've ever been. I feel like most of the ideas me and you have are, whether they're right or not, they're not totally insane anymore, nor do I have the idea in my brain that I'm all right about everything, because I don't know. I know I'm guided. I know you're guided. I know lots of people are guided. So that's it. Let's just play along and follow the map and see what happens.
Okay, I like that. My third one was a shape. So I'll show it to you because I don't have any idea what it is. And this is the direction that it laid, and this was what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That looks like some sort of ruin. Some sort of
and then
hieroglyphic.
The one right after it was a cat with very, very sharp, pointy ears. And it actually reminded me of this red cat sticker that I have. I think I still have it. It was a tattoo that I wanted way back when I was maybe 19. So I always kept the sticker because for some reason I believed a little bit that like it was one of those things. Do you remember when I was telling you, I was telling Kai, I wish I just did all the things that were the pieces of me instead of feeling like, well, I had to just be a hippie or just be a this or just be preppy, and that it couldn't be the blend of the things that I really wanted. And that's
the rainbow.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I didn't get the cat tattoo, but the reason why I kept the sticker the whole time, because I knew what was meaningful to me. That's what the cat looked like, but it wasn't red. The sticker is red. But then the cat's eyes sort of came out very, very blue and then came back in, and then the cat was gone. And then the last one was this very gentle face of a wolf. But there was gentleness about the face. It was only its head, its ears, looking at me in this very soft, gentle way.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think we have to leave some of those interpretations to our comments section, and I think the viewers actually, there's definitely people out there that know what those are. You know, even though you know who I think I may have channeled, I don't know anything. I got a pea brain. The only thing I can tell you is I am 100% the wolf, and you know that.
I do know that.
Right.
So I'll be interested to hear what the viewers have to say as well.
So will I.
Leave your comments below.
Share, like, and subscribe. That's what you're supposed to say.
Share, like, and subscribe.
Thanks for coming for Father's Day. This is my Father's Day. That's my family. Thanks for visiting me in the psych ward. What do you think? Am I crazy out of 10? What are you giving me?
90.
90? Okay, you?
I'm thinking 6 even on your best days.
6 out of 10 for crazy? That's not good.
Why? That's just eccentric filmmaker.
Oh, okay, I'm an eccentric filmmaker.
You know, 9 is cut off your ear.
9 is cut off ear. Okay, I'll take a 6.
9.
4 to 6 is like, could be cool, maybe a little weird, but still good functioning.
Right. At least with a 6, I can still.
Like a 3.
A 3 would be better. Because then I could still help people.
Yeah, because then you're happy and then you're just not stupid.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm just happy and not stupid.
I like that.
Is that what you said to me?
Yeah, you're just happy and not stupid.
When was I stupid? What's the craziest thing I ever did?
Like when?
Stupid.
Like when I was crazy, what's the craziest thing I ever did to you?
Which time?
Out of all my life, what's the weirdest thing I did? I know what John thinks. What was the weirdest thing I did to you?
I went around my bed with some stones and like a lighter, and you're just flicking it around my bed.
I was trying to protect you from demons. I didn't know. I thought there was demons. What's the weirdest thing I did to you?
I don't remember.
No? Well, that's good. That means not too much then.
I don't know.
I
think my brain just blocks it all out.
I made you guys stand in a circle of dog feces because I thought that was a portal. I thought it was a portal.
There was dog shit out.
Okay, I feel like we should lower your 6. Based on the things you just described to us, compared to now, I'm going to go down to 4.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I'm
not
going to 4.
nowhere near as crazy as I was. Not even in the same frickin' vicinity.
Hey David, how's it going?
It's going very well today. I feel very grounded and focused and full of love and definitely in the right spot. Obviously, I was feeling a little bit like I was God, and I had to check in to make sure I wasn't crazy, which is important. I feel like, as you know, I can channel God, but you know, that could still be a psychosis, so it's important to get diagnosed and just make sure that I'm not going through something else.
So I'm interested to hear the difference between your experiences with your relationship to God or to the universe last week as opposed to maybe today specifically versus, say, 2 months ago.
Well, 2 months ago, I wasn't feeling like the universe was guiding me very much. I was pretty depressed about it. I mean, I had a couple inklings that something was still going on, but me and you had a discussion one night in bed, and I said to you, you know, if it's not magic this time around, I don't think I can get out of this, because it started to feel like I had magic in my bones and that God was slowly trying to talk to me again. And I was like, man, if this isn't real, I don't think I can handle the outcome if it's not real. Before I came in here, I was extremely, I likened my brain to a Rubik's Cube that wasn't fully together. I mean, it might have had 3 sides together, but the other 3 sides were all screwed up. I'm not saying I have the Rubik's Cube sorted out now, but more importantly, I'm not overly concerned with sorting out the Rubik's Cube. I mean, I was so obsessed with my origin and a bunch of stuff that don't really matter in the here and now. So I think I'm gonna just focus on the present and not really matter about the future, or I don't really care where I came from. It doesn't really matter.
What would you share that are maybe a few really important things that anybody should focus on in their spiritual journey?
Well, first and foremost is you have to have, you have to strive towards faith with God, with a higher power, with the universe, with consciousness. Now, how do you do that? A lot of people think praying is good enough. You sit in a corner and you say, Lord, please, give me a new job, or Lord, please make me better, or Lord, please find me a lover, or Lord, please. The fact of the matter is, that's a one-way conversation. God doesn't react like that. God doesn't listen like that, because at the end of the day, God and you already have a very, very, very beautiful plan laid out for your life. So God's not interested at that point in life when you need a new car, because he knows, or she knows, actually, sorry, it is a she. She knows that there's a reason at that point in your life you don't have that car. But the journey is what you have to accept, that you're on a path to an unbelievable future. And these little hardships and stuff aren't hardships. They could be the opposite of. It's just how you view them. You just have to know that the journey never ends, and God's taking you to somewhere really unbelievable. So just follow it out. And the fun thing is, once you get a little bit in that mode, God will start doing some magic. He'll send a messenger with a weird message. He'll send a song that you'll say, there is no way this song could be for anyone else but me. Or you might find something in a park, like I did, like a bunch of weird things that is like, an electrolysis thing that goes on your third eye to zap it. I found that in a park, and then I found the batteries. Me and Tiffany have found all sorts of amazing things. And I think God is just playing a game with us, and she wants us to have fun. She wants us to have fun discovering her and all her love for us.
So I know you're also a really big supporter of paying it forward.
Yes.
And of things just happening because they're happening, and staying in tune to what other people are saying to us and what's going on around us. Mm-hmm. If you had to name a song right now, what would it be?
Let It Be.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to ask you, so here's something crazy. I don't remember doing anything. I don't know what I did. So what happened again?
So when you touched Debbie?
When?
When she was in here, like a week ago,
okay.
4 days ago, 5 days ago most, you were talking with Debbie about her condition, her kidney disease. You touched her kidney, did I don't know what you did.
Like what did I do? Did I say something?
I don't know, she just said you were talking to her, you did a little prayer, and then you asked her if you could touch her kidney, and you said yeah, and then you did, and you said, you're going to be okay. And then that was it.